Yeah, I want to ask Mr. Connolly to justify his voting for himself two pay raises, one 27% and one 31% in Fairfax County, explaining to voters why you deserve that when you doubled taxes and doubled spending.
2 minutes, Mr. Connolly.
Well, again, Mr. Fimian doesn't understand state law in Virginia. It is against the law for a sitting board of supervisors or local government to raise its own pay levels. And what a board has to do if it wants to see increase in compensation is it votes for, it sets the compensation for the next term, whoever gets elected. And if the voters thought it was a terrible idea, they'd vote you out of office. The only guy, in fact, when salaries were adjusted upward, after having gone almost 10 years with no adjustment, the only person who lost a seat was the guy who opposed it. Because the voters thought that $45,000 was too little when you were representing 120,000 people and dealing with a $5.5 billion budget and a workforce of 12,000 on the county side and 24,000 on the school side, 12th largest school district, you know, one of the largest bus fleets in the United States, etc. And we were having, you know, we wanted to make sure we could, in an area where the median household income was double that, we wanted to make sure that we could attract people of talent who would want to serve. And that's what happened. It had nothing to do with raising my own salary, and I make no apologies for it, and it was supported by the people I represented, and that ought to be good enough. Taxes, I cut taxes 34 cents, the largest tax cut in Fairfax County history. I brought the rate down to the lowest rate in Fairfax County history. And that's when property values were rising. We lowered the rate to try to provide relief. It saved the average homeowner a couple of $1,000s. Did it actually reduce the tax burden? It was too hard to do that in the heady years without, frankly, decimating schools, decimating public safety, and decimating infrastructure. But we did the best we could, and we were rewarded by being called the best managed county in the United States out of 3,000, and maintaining that AAA bond rating. And clearly businesses liked it because they flocked to Fairfax County.
Time for closing statements by virtue of the coin toss.